In the labyrinth of British politics, a storm is brewing, one that threatens to upend the very foundations of the nation's political landscape. At the heart of this tempest are three formidable figures: Nigel Farage, the charismatic leader of Reform UK, Rupert Lowe, a maverick MP with unyielding convictions, and Elon Musk, the enigmatic billionaire whose influence knows no bounds. Their intertwined destinies have set the stage for a political saga rife with ambition, betrayal, and the quest for power. Before we dive into this explosive story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss critical updates on the biggest political shakeups. Now let's get into it. Reform UK, once a beacon for those disillusioned with traditional politics, now finds itself ensnared in internal strife. The catalyst, a profound rift between Nigel Farage and Rupert Lowe. Lowe's audacious critique of Farage's leadership, branding it a Messiah act, has ignited a firestorm within the party. He lambasted Farage's autocratic style, warning that such governance risks failing the very voters they aim to represent. The situation escalated when Lowe faced suspension over allegations of bullying and making threats against party chairman Zia Yusuf. Lowe vehemently denies these accusations, suggesting they are a calculated move to silence dissent within the ranks. This suspension has not only deepened the chasm between Farage and Lowe, but has also spotlighted the fragility of unity within Reform UK. Beyond this internal chaos, the public has begun to take notice. Supporters who once saw Reform UK as the answer to Britain's political stagnation are now questioning whether the party is capable of bringing about meaningful change. If the leadership cannot even maintain order within its own ranks, how can it possibly run a country? The scandal has sparked a surge of criticism, with some accusing Reform UK of being just another self-serving political machine rather than the revolutionary force it claimed to be. The seeds of this discord can be traced to contrasting visions for the party's future. Farage, a seasoned political strategist, seeks to broaden Reform UK's appeal, aiming to transition from a protest movement to a mainstream political force. He knows that if the party remains too radical, it will alienate potential voters and fail to make significant electoral gains. But Lowe, he has a different plan. He represents the hardline faction, one that sees compromise as betrayal. His followers demand an aggressive stance on issues like immigration and national sovereignty, refusing to water down their message for the sake of political palatability. This ideological schism has been exacerbated by personal ambitions and external influences. Lowe's growing popularity, bolstered by his hardline stance and significant earnings from social media, has positioned him as a formidable challenger to Farage's leadership. His unapologetic rhetoric resonates deeply with a segment of the population that feels abandoned by the mainstream. And now, with Elon Musk entering the fray, Lowe has found an ally with unlimited resources. Musk's endorsement of Lowe has further strained relations, with the billionaire publicly expressing dissatisfaction with Farage's leadership. Musk, a self-proclaimed advocate for free speech and populist movements, appears to view Lowe as the true voice of the people, someone unafraid to challenge the establishment. His financial backing could provide Lowe with the means to launch a full-scale rebellion against Farage, splitting the party in the process. If Reform UK collapses, Musk's influence in British politics could expand dramatically, reshaping the entire right-wing movement in the UK. The turmoil within Reform UK extends beyond internal politics. It has profound implications for the broader political spectrum. As the party grapples with infighting, its ability to effectively challenge established parties diminishes, potentially altering the balance of power in upcoming elections. Reform UK was supposed to be the disruptive force capable of breaking the two-party dominance of Labour and the Conservatives. But if the party implodes, the alternative right-wing vote could be split, inadvertently strengthening the very establishment it set out to defeat. Furthermore, this drama highlights a growing trend: the increasing influence of billionaires in politics. Elon Musk's involvement signifies a new era where tech magnates wield substantial power in shaping democratic processes. Musk has already demonstrated his ability to sway public opinion through his control of social media platforms, and now he appears to be testing his ability to shape political movements as well. This isn't the first time Musk has dabbled in politics. His social media activity has repeatedly influenced major political debates, from US elections to global free speech policies. His takeover of Twitter, now rebranded as X, was positioned as a fight for free speech, but critics argue that it has enabled the spread of misinformation, political manipulation, and the amplification of extremist voices. Now, Musk appears to be applying this same strategy in the UK. History has shown that when the ultra-wealthy meddle in politics, democracy is often the casualty. The wealthiest individuals can fund political candidates, shape narratives, and push agendas that serve their own interests rather than those of the public. If Musk successfully backs a rival faction within Reform UK, it raises an unsettling question. Are elections really determined by the people, or are they just another high-stakes game for the world's billionaires? For them to navigate this crisis, a comprehensive introspection is imperative. The party must reconcile its internal differences by fostering open dialogue and establishing a clear, unified vision that resonates with its base. If it fails to do so, it risks total collapse. Farage must decide whether to negotiate with Lowe or expel him entirely. But expulsion could come at a steep price. If Lowe and his followers form their own movement, they could siphon off enough votes to doom Reform UK's chances in the next election. Meanwhile, the party's supporters need to make their voices heard. If they want Reform UK to survive, they must demand accountability from their leaders, and internal disputes must take a back seat to the broader mission. Otherwise, Reform UK could become yet another footnote in British political history. A party that showed promise but ultimately fell victim to the same infighting and corruption it claimed to oppose. And what about Musk? If his involvement in UK politics continues, voters should seriously consider what it means to have billionaires exerting direct influence over democratic institutions. Is Musk truly acting in the best interest of the people, or is he simply using political movements as playthings in his ever-expanding empire? The billionaire class has already taken control of industries, economies, and social media. Should we really be comfortable with them controlling governments as well? The saga unfolding within Reform UK serves as a microcosm of the challenges besetting modern political movements. As personalities clash and ideologies diverge, the essence of representation and leadership comes into sharp focus. The resolution of this internal conflict will not only define the future of Reform UK, but also offer broader lessons on the dynamics of power, influence, and democracy in the contemporary world. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments. Who do you think will come out on top in this battle for power? Will Reform UK survive, or is it destined to collapse under the weight of its own ambition? And what do you think about billionaires influencing politics? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next.